Hello, Pin Voyagers. My name is Julie and I am here with Nick.
Hello.
And today we are going to be talking about our pin haul from the Disney pin... from the Disney One Family Pin event. So, without further ado, let's head out on our voyage.
Y'all, we traded a lot of pins. I don't think we're going to pick up every single pin and talk to you about it because this video would be really, really long. I would like to say we got a lot of pins.
Yeah. And, you know, needless to say, if you've been watching our videos for a while, we've been like, we're saving this for the big pin event. We're saving this for the big pin event. And then Disney said, you can bring one bag. And I about died. And I was like, one bag? How can I bring one bag? Like, that's impossible. So needless to say, people didn't do the one bag thing.
Some people outright ignored that. But most of us read between the lines. I think it said you can bring one bag that is up to a certain size. And really what that meant to everyone is that you could get essentially a carry-on size piece of luggage, or maybe even a little bit bigger, and fill it. And that's what we did. We each had a piece of luggage, a carry-on luggage filled with our books. I do think that made it hard to trade. We're so used to just having it on our back, and when we're ready to say, let's make a deal, whoop, around it goes. But instead, then we had to essentially sit on the floor, unzip the suitcase, and pull out the bag. Although it did allow us to bring a lot of box sets that we normally don't bring just because they're clunky and hard to carry around.
But I think we only traded 2 of the box sets.
2 or 3, yeah. For the same reason. A lot of people are traveling and they don't want to have to travel with that box set home.
Yeah. But we had so much fun. We got such a great loot. And where do you want to start with this massive haul in front of us?
I'd like to just showcase some of the event pins that we enjoyed. We talked about before that at first we really weren't enthralled with a lot of the pins in the catalog. So we didn't get a ton of pins at first. I did go back the first day once I saw some of the pins and say, Julie, please, can we just buy a few more? So the pins that I was most happy with, oh my gosh, this pin is so cool. This is a puzzle slider piece. I really enjoy these puzzles, first of all. And like, this is all metal and enamel, and it's a working slider puzzle. And it's giant. Look how big this pin is. The only weird thing, there's only 2 posts, y'all. What?
You're going to have to create your own easel.
Yeah, I'm going to have to easel. This thing weighs 3 pounds, at least. Okay, the other pins that I really liked were this series. I liked the entire series. These are sliders, so these open up, and once you open it, you reveal a character under these 2 characters that had passed away in the film. So obviously, Mufasa is behind these 2 lions, Simba and
his mom,
Sarabi.
Yeah.
So that was really special. And then one of my absolute favorites is this Big Hero 6. So you got Baymax and Hero and Aunt May, K.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, it's like my favorite movie. Anyway, we've got those 2, and then it opens up, and Hadashi is behind there.
We also have the Moana one. Tadashi.
And anytime we get a pin with Tadashi, I'm thrilled. So this is definitely a pin. Now, we would like to throw out there that one of these pins could be yours, free, via a contest that we're having. All you have to do is go onto our Instagram, Pin Voyagers, tag 2 of your friends that don't already follow us that would enjoy our content, leave a comment, And make sure you like and make sure you are subscribed to both Pin Voyagers on Instagram and on YouTube. And once our YouTube channel hits 500 subscribers, we're giving away one of these pins. You got to choose one or the other. If you are international, we are just going to ask you to help us out with shipping.
Yeah, so I'm super pumped. And this is a Disney One family pin event, and you are a family. So who doesn't love free pins? I love it.
The other pin events I'm just going to showcase is the welcome pin. Had Dreamfinder and Figment. It's a pin. And then the goodbye thank you pin is a Tinkerbell pin. You know, a lot of people are big Tinkerbell fans. I don't know that either of us really care, but it's got Walt on the inside, and there are a lot of Walt collectors. So I did talk to a lot of people at the event that were pretty excited about this pin. Okay.
So can I ask you, when going into this event, was there like, I know we said we were going to make a wish list, but we didn't have time.
I tried.
Was there anything going into this event that you're like, I have to have?
Okay, I had 4 pins that I wanted to achieve during the event. I wanted Frollo Cutie from Disney Studio Store Hollywood, Frollo Profile from Walt Disney Imagineering, Mickey's of Glendale. I wanted, oh my gosh, you guys. I wanted Orange Bird. I think it's only a limited release pin from Food and Wine Festival 2017. He's sitting on an orange. And then I was hoping maybe I'd find Orange Bird, cast member exclusive dangle pin. Those are the 4 things I wanted. That was it. That was the only things I was like, I want.
And did you find them?
2. I got half done. So 2 out of the 4. So the first trade that I made of the entire event was, oh my goodness, was Cutie Frollo. So his face is just too much, you guys. I flippin' love it. I think it's hysterical, and I'm really happy I got that first one done. With the same exact person, though, at the end of the event, my very last trade. Where is he? There he is! Frollo Profile. Now, the trader that was kind enough to make these trades with me is London Grails. You can find him on Instagram, so be sure to check him out.
Yeah, and trust me, his name lived up to the hype because this man brought the heat. He had so many profiles. But he did a lot of trading, though, because at the end, like, his books were a little thinned out, but still good.
And really fun to talk to. Pleasure meeting you.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to ask me that question?
Oh, should I ask you what pins you were looking for?
It's harder to say what I wanted. Obviously, I was, hoping for the Maleficent profile, but at the same time, like, I knew, like, it might not be possible. And it wasn't possible. But I was very close to completing my Wizards Duel. So these were WDI mystery pins, and I was able to almost complete. So I got the rabbit. I needed him. This is my last Merlin. Merlin is complete. I don't need any more from him. I got my second to last
Madam Mim.
Thank you. Madam Mim pin. Now I am just missing the Super Chaser, which is her with the purple dragon with the purple spots all over it.
I didn't know it was a Super Chaser.
It's a Super Chaser. Obviously, I always have the hardest time finding things. And then if I was going to say that I really wanted anything else, I wanted this Zootopia LE like 300 or 350 that I've been trying to trade with someone online with. That didn't work. And I also, even though Nick's gonna roll his eyes, I wanted this Bambi pin, and I know. And with Bambi, I saw this on Diana Dream 499's live sale, and I really wanted it, but I was like, oh, I can't spend that kind of money. And so I was able to trade for it, which I was super pumped about. And I think this is an LE 100, but this is Bambi and his mother, and it's like a really beautiful pin. And I'm super pumped that I own it. And then the only like other thing that's like super coming to my mind that I think Nick and I both wanted.
This is a forever grail. This was something that's never really gone away that we've wanted, and we've just never been able to make it happen. Wait, have we ever even seen this pin before this event?
Yes.
We did?
I believe we have seen it.
Maybe once. Maybe once. And
drum roll. Brrr. Pua cursive cutie. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I mean, who knew this little pig was going to cost so much money? Not that we paid for him, but I mean, who knew this little pig was going to be worth so much money?
It's a hard trade to make. So let's give a shout out.
Okay, so the gentleman who is head of Daisy Pins is the one that traded us this pin. And not only is it called Daisy Pins, they make these, they like co-work with Kraken to make these amazing pin bags.
Amazing pin bags.
Yes. So kudos to him and his wife for working a trade out with us. We are really super happy. We kind of didn't know if we were ever going to own this pin. And this guy is in his forever home.
Yeah, this is in our collection, never to be traded again.
Yeah. Other than that, everything else I think was just like things that we saw and we were like, ooh, I like that. And ooh, I like this. And I'm still like super impressed with what we got.
Yeah. I'd like to generalize and say that I do think that trading was the best on Thursday. Thursday was the day that people could register and pick up their pins that they bought at the event, like this amazing Big Hero 6 pin. So the best trading happened then, especially for anyone that wanted to get any of the mystery pins. That was the time to trade those.
Yeah, everybody was like, what do you have? This is what I want. This is what I want. So
we made really great trades on that first day. And the next 2 days were also good trading, but you never really knew when people were going to be over at the trading tables versus enjoying activities in the event, like the pin trading boards, or watching a panel, or looking at the pin previews. So the first day for sure was slow trading at the beginning, a lot of heavy trading in the afternoon. The second day was kind of, I don't know, I think kind of steady, slow trading.
I feel like in the middle of the day when people went to lunch, that's when it kind of slowed down a little bit. But I think overall, like everybody was at the boards and here, so it's just this common constant flow, ebb and flow, I guess. I think personally, like one of the best tradings was either on Thursday or on Sunday.
Well, now she should specify. Sunday was not an official part of the event. Sunday was a kind of more of a local trading event, not sponsored by Disney, just enthusiasts getting together at a hotel, convention center hotel, and trading with each other. Kind of like some of the local events that we go to. Let's pick out some of our grails. One thing I'd like to show everybody is that Julie traded for a cutie pin. If you don't know, Julie doesn't really like cutesy wootsy pins. She likes things to look like they're supposed to be from the movie. I love cutie pins. I love artistic impressions. So she traded for this really beautiful Hong Kong Moana pin. And we'll get more of a close-up for you right here.
And we traded this pin with Sherpa Dave.
Oh, thank you, Sherpa Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I love this pin. Oh, great. Look how cute Pua is. Love it.
It's cute. I know. Hopefully I'm not turning to the dark side. All right, so for me, one of the pins that I traded for that I was super pumped about is this Ariel dress. I'm trying to think of, I have this one and I have her glitter dress. So
I think you have almost all of them.
No. So I have the pink dress. I have the glitter dress. I just also traded for this pin.
Exit dress.
Exit dress is the glitter one. This is the sale dress.
Oh,
and this. So I have 3 of them. I am missing her wedding gown, and I am missing her with her glittery tail, which I almost traded for at the event. And then I told the person I was going to walk around and come back. And then I got distracted and I forgot.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be my fault.
No. So I'm just missing, I believe, 2 of them.
Yeah, like I said, you have almost all of them.
No, yeah. Yep. I also was super pumped about this pin.
I'm really happy with this trade.
Yes. So this is Shere Khan and Ka from the Jungle Book. Yeah, I was super pumped that I got this, and it's such a gorgeous profile. And anytime you get a profile, regardless of like what it is, I'm still like, oh my God, I got a profile.
I'd like to give a shout out to the lovely people that we traded that pin with. That is Carlita Juanita on Instagram. She and her husband. They are just delightful people, wonderful traders, so much fun every time we see them, whether it be at an official Disney event or a local event. So thank you guys so much for that trade.
Other than that, like, I want to just put out my Bambi cluster because why not? It's super cute. And I don't know, I've been eyeing this guy for a while, so I'm super happy that I got it. And then the other pins that I really, I guess, will talk about for official pins is I bulk traded for these princesses wreaths. And basically you can take some of your smaller or pins or open edition pins and bulk trade them for some big pins. And if anyone has watched one of our last videos, these were the girls that we traded away. So now we are complete.
Yeah, now we have the whole set again. And maybe they'll be for trade later, or maybe they'll stay with us forever. Bulk trading can be a really, really great way for anyone who's just starting to get into the hobby, who has open edition pins that wants to make that step to get up to more higher end limited edition pins. So if you have bulk traders like Killian, Marcy Mouse, Ariel Thingamabobs, those are 3 people that come to mind that do bulk trading. Always reach out to them first before you just assume that they're going to be bulk trading, because sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but it's a great way to get some grails. Speaking of which, Marcy, I was able to bulk trade a little bit for, ooh, I love this pin. I didn't know I needed this pin until I owned this pin, and now that I have it, wow, I'm so happy. This is a vernacular pin. Is that right?
Mm-mm.
No.
You're so close. Lenticular.
Lenticular. Lenticular. This is a lenticular pin. Jack Skellington, going from him as the Pumpkin King that he is, but not actually dressed as the Pumpkin King, to Santa Jack. So normal Jack Skellington to Santa Jack. Love it. I'm so happy I have this. Oh my gosh, I love this pin. So thank you for that bulk trade. That's one of my standouts. Obviously, I showed you my 2 Frollos. Those are standouts. I got a few more Cuckoo Clocks from Disneyland. They were limited edition releases last year. I'm really happy with that series, and I'm almost complete, I think, on that series. I don't know if there's
Do you remember who you traded those with?
Oh yeah, Cutie Patootie, Simbaka 7. I traded with him a lot. We made really great trades. Thank you for the wonderful trades. My other standouts are actually just some limited release pins. I'm going to hold up one that I really, really wanted.
And he kept saying, I can't believe nobody has these pins at first.
These were limited release Star Wars, and they look like playing cards, or not playing cards, excuse me, collector cards that used to be available back in the day, and I really, really, really wanted Darth Vader, and I really, really found him. I wish I had gotten the name of the gentleman that I traded these with, because he was also delightful, so much fun to talk to. He was looking for some that I had, and I was looking for some of the Star Wars pins that he had, and I think we both got everything we wanted, and it was really perfect, so I was thrilled with that. I'm telling you what, there were not many people that had those pins. I did trade with 2 people that were looking for them, and they were the only 2 people that had them, so I was happy with that.
I would like to talk about this pin real quick. Okay, so I don't collect Tiny Kingdom. I'm not really into that, but I traded with Stu, who is Diana Dream 499's partner in crime, and I didn't even trade. He just gave this to me. So this Tiny Kingdom, this is from the Gertie Ice Cream Shop at Hollywood Studios, and my favorite dolphin is Gertie, and so every time that I see this, I think of her, and it just brings me joy. And so he traded this with me, and he also traded the sail dress pin with me, and the rabbit.
Oh my gosh, Stu came through
Yeah.
at this event.
So thank you, Stu. I appreciate that more than you know. And I also really like this pin, so I just want to shout it out. This, I think, was from Hong Kong.
It's so pretty, very shiny.
And it's an Earth Day pin with Jiminy Cricket, and it has all these little things that you can do to be friendly to the earth. It's just a rotator.
Oh, that's what that means? These are different activities you can do?
Yeah, so it has Earth Day and then recycling and being eco-friendly with your light bulbs.
That's so cute.
Turning off the water. I know. Like, it was a really fun pin.
So I'll go first with fantasy pins. I only traded for one.
I thought you were going to have a story about your Maui.
I do. And I'm about to tell it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So one of the creators I really enjoy is Zach's Pin Adventures. So one of the first big jumbo pins that I know of that he made was Wally and Eva. In that scene where Wally hands Eva a light bulb and she picks it up and it starts to glow. Well, we've met a wonderful person, the creator of, you have to say it because
Shop of Gwyn.
Gwyn, the Shop of Gwyn. She makes these really, really adorable pin boards, and I think was one of the first people that I know of that had magnetic pin boards and makes the magnetic backwards. She is so delightful, y'all. If you haven't checked out her page on Instagram, please do. Well, she had that pin, that big Wally and Eva pin. She was very organized, and she had a sheet of pins that she was looking for. And she said, you know, she's willing to look at other things, but truly, for a pin like this, she wants something off of her in search of list. Makes total sense. So we looked at the list, and then the hunt was on. I wanted that Wally and Eva pin, so we were going to find it. One of the pins that she wanted that we thought was going to be pretty achievable was a Mando pin. I think it got released last year. I just don't remember if it was from Disney Studio Store Hollywood or WDI or even DEC, but it's kind of a cartoony image of Mando holding Grogu up at the profile of them looking at each other, blissfully. So we looked, and then we found it. Actually, I found it twice. Some friends of ours had it, and at first, the thing that they wanted that I had, I was kind of hesitant to let go of, so I just wanted to look around a little bit. And I was like, oh, what else could I find? So she also wanted these really cool, cute little pins that came out at Disneyland earlier. They're these spinners, some villains with a spinner feature. And I found all the ones that she wanted. And I was like, ooh, could this happen? And she was like, well, yeah, those are great, but the value's not quite gonna live up. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go and make all these trades if the value's not gonna be there. But I got Dr. Facilier for myself. I just need to trade for that Grogu. So I went ahead and I gave up the thing that I didn't want to give up. Sometimes that's the name of the game. You have to let go of pins to get pins. So I let go of that pin, and in the process, not only did I get that Grogu pin that she wanted, I also got this Maui Adorbs, which I really wanted. So that was a great trade. I was happy with that. But we were still like one pin off value-wise. So I could have gotten her one of the open edition supporting character clusters, but I think she really, really wanted a specific Tiny Kingdom. And she knew exactly who had that pin at that event. And it was the people that were sitting at the table right in front of her. And I said, oh, okay, well, I only have one Tiny Kingdom pin to trade. Just one. Because we're not really into Tiny Kingdom.
And we found this off a board at Disney.
We pulled it off of a board. You're right.
Because I was like, I'm going to take this one.
Now, this whole time, she's trying to tell me that these people are looking for this pin, but in my brain, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are the chances that it's going to be the one pin that I have is going to be one of the pins that they need? So even though she kept seeing, being like, yeah, that one, that's the one they want, I wasn't hearing it. So I went over and I'm talking to these people, and I have a list of the Tiny Kingdom pins that she really, really wants, and I see just one left on their board that they're trading. And so I said, oh, can I trade this pin? Then they're like, yeah, of course. If you have one of the Tiny Kingdoms that we want, we'll make the trade. I looked through the Tiny Kingdom, and there it was. The only Tiny Kingdom pin that I had, they wanted. But I didn't know if I still had it. I kind of felt like I traded it earlier. So I had to run back over, whip open the suitcase, get on the ground, go through the book bag, and there it was in our trader book, the one Tiny Kingdom pin that they wanted that I had, and I ran back over, I traded them for the Tiny Kingdom, and I went over and I traded Tiny Kingdom and Grogu, and I got the Jumbo pin. So it was actually a lot of fun to have a goal and to be running around and looking for all these things. It was almost like a scavenger hunt. I just had a great time doing it.
It was a lot of fun. All right, so monocle bottom pins. Her name is Lauren. I've met up with her a couple of times. She's really nice. She created this pin. It is beautiful. It's a Harry Potter, and you're like, Julie, what is Harry Potter doing at Disney? Well, they coincide with one another. So this is a beautiful pin. I've seen people have it, but I didn't quite know how big it was until like I'm holding it. So it's a beautiful pin. I'm super happy that I have it. Lauren also traded me my Bambi cluster.
If you remember, I said we are fantasy snobs. Look, she makes some of the most gorgeous pins, fantasy pins out there. So
she also traded me the who I also got to meet at this event, Half Ashy Mermaid.
Half Ashy was at the event?
Yes.
I didn't get to meet them.
Sorry, she was at the Sunday event. I've never met her before, but she creates these, and I've never had a Half Ashy Mermaid. I never can catch a drop, so I was super pumped that I got this Haunted Mansion Mermaid. And then to me, to end this video, Lauren traded me, even though this isn't Lauren's pin, an ultimate, like, beautiful Grail. This is the Pin Hut Mulan. The Wishing Profiles is what it's called. This pin is gorgeous. I also didn't know how big it was in real life because I've only seen it in photos. But when I told Nick, I was like, yeah, I'm making this trade. And he was like, for what? And I was like, oh, for this Mulan pin. And he whips his head at me and he was like, I thought your Mulan collection is closed. And I'm like, yeah, but look at it.
No, she didn't tell me it was this pin, first of all. And I was already like sus because of this Bambi trade. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's trading away all of our Grails for pins that we don't need anymore. Your Mulan, that's this one. Your Mulan collection's done. You said it yourself. But she didn't tell me it was that Mulan. And I didn't know that pin was as beautiful as it was. I thought it was actually going to be a lot smaller. Lauren was actually there and she goes, no, this is a beautiful Mulan pin. And then they showed me, and of course my jaw hit the floor and I had egg on my face because I made the comment. But look at it, beautiful.
It's gorgeous. So like for the most part, that is all of the pins that we traded for. There are a few more. I just want to show you all what we got.
We'll do a flyover. You'll see everything.
So we also traded this Tiana pin, which Nick and I already own, but I'm like, oh, it'll make such a good trader. And can we just talk about this pin really quick?
Yeah. We had talked to Simbaka7 about this pin. This was from the very first Food and Wine Festival event. And, you know, we were just making comments about how beautiful those pins were at the beginning. And, you know, the quality of those pins are kind of, I don't want to say they're getting bad. They had a few nice ones this year, but they're just getting predictable. Oh my gosh, don't get me started about Belle from last year. But look how nice this pin is. And then we saw someone that had it for trade. Really nice young man. And We traded for it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, when I saw the person have this, I was like, oh, tell me about this pin. And it's a limited edition of, I think, 5,000.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. It was lots of fun. And then that kid got the Hercules pin that he wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but...
Hades.
Oh, he was a Hercules fan, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
And the snow globe. Yay. That was so much fun.
So we'll go ahead and do a flyover so you can see everything that we traded for. Whew. That was our first in-person event. I think we learned a lot. I think we had a lot of fun, and we met a lot of great people.
Yes, so much fun. And every night, like from like a night or two before the event, even up until last night, all I've been dreaming about is pin trading.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, and if it's not pin trading, it's something similar with like everyday items maybe that I'm trying to like trade for, because I have trading on the brain.
That is not the case for me. I do want to say thank you to Disney. This is the first time we've gotten to have a live in-person pin trading event in 2 years, and thank you to all the cast members, everyone that put it together for putting together this event. We are looking forward to next year so much.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and everybody was nice, and I'm just ready. I'm ready for the next
You're
one.
ready for the next one now?
Well, we got D23 coming up, so it'll be here before we know it. Just to remind you again, if you are interested in either the jumbo slider pin or the Big Hero 6 family pin, then go over to our Instagram account, hit the like, recommend to friends, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel.
You are entered to potentially win one of those 2 pins. We're only giving away 1 pin, so the winner picks one or the other.
So once we hit 500 subscribers, then we will put out one of these pins. So recommend us to your friends. Comment down below so that people can find us. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that we had a lot of fun making it, and until next time,
we'll see you on our next adventure. Oh God, what is it?
Our next voyage.
We'll see you on our next voyage.